This morning, we are focusing now on a unique and somewhat inspirational story. Have you ever heard of Fikile? To those of you who haven't, it's the first black-owned car tracking company in South Africa. Well, to tell us all about it is the founder and CEO of Fikile, Bili. Fikile, good morning. Thank you very much for coming in.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
Well, I don't know whether I should say congratulations or because when you're an entrepreneur and you are starting up something, it's never easy. How has it been for you, and how long did you come up with Fikile?
The concept started last year because I needed to diversify from government business to private sector. Then when I did my research, I came across that there's no black person that owns a vehicle tracker anywhere in Africa. And then I said, I'm going to start my own vehicle tracking company, but everything must be locally manufactured. Every concept must be local. And then I look at the insurance companies that were losing a lot of investment, including banks, and including farmers, private sector, and fleet, and even the taxi industry. I decided, no, I'm going to be the first black person that owns a vehicle tracking company.
Barriers to entry to that industry, I would imagine technology will come into it, capital investment maybe, I don't know. Was it easy for you because it's a high-tech industry?
It wasn't easy. I had to come up with my own app because I didn't want to sub from different people. I had it to be unique, and I had to be particular because my system is currently rated the best in Africa simply because my tracker does quite a number of things. I mean, you can have a tracker, on my tracker you can monitor it on the phone. If I put my tracker on Dan Moyani's phone, you can watch your fuel on your phone. If you're sitting in a shopping center and someone is trying to touch your car, you can see that person on the phone. If your car is stolen, you can switch it off on your phone. So everything is done remotely with Fikile.
You said you had to develop your own app. Is Fikile a South African locally manufactured product?
ICASA approved, locally manufactured, proudly South African.
So you use local designers and scientists or technical experts to do it for you?
I've got them internally. And you won't believe me, I have even ladies from Soweto, guys from Limpopo, who were part and parcel of the development of Fikile. We also had our general manager, John Petrogal, who's now heading the Fikile as a general manager because he's got about 28 years experience in vehicle tracking.
You said it was in the making from last year. You started about 4 months ago. How has it been for you? I mean, you're competing against some well-established brands in this car tracking device, people who already been providing fleet solutions for some time.
Unfortunately, we don't compete. We are the best. We have taken over Limpopo, Gauteng, and KwaZulu-Natal and the Western Cape. We have just in 4 months installed over 4,000 trackers now. And then we are going to open a new fitment center in Bili by end of this month, and Bloemfontein, and one in Pietermaritzburg and Durban.
Now, is that your focus currently in terms of market? Are you focusing on getting the market share from the existing players that we all know? I don't want to mention any brand names. We're talking to Fikile. But are you taking market share locally? Are you planning to expand regionally in SADC countries, the rest of the continent? What are your plans?
I plan to dominate South Africa first. Then I plan to also render services in SADC because SADC is quite a very safe continent in Africa. And then I will look in Africa which countries are safe because at the end of the day, my investment is also important. If I have to invest out of South Africa, that country needs to be very, very stable economically and politically.
You still believe you've got lots of runway to grow your business in South Africa?
Big time. I mean, for example, I just developed now a mirror that will go into a taxi, whereby a taxi owner will be sitting at his home. If he wants to see people inside his taxi, he can just open his phone in the app. He can see all the people that have been in his taxi for the whole day. He can even watch the fuel. And I just developed an app that will stop taxis from exceeding 100.
Okay, very briefly, we're just running out of time. Major challenges. If somebody's watching this and thinking, I want to start something, I want to venture, we always hear about being an entrepreneur is tough. You need capital, as you know. You need to come up with ideas. It may sound easy now that you're talking about it, but what would your advice be to somebody who's watching and said, I want to venture into some high-tech industry?
South Africa is full of opportunities. Be creative, be ambitious, don't be afraid of anything. Everything is possible in this country, simply because we do have a government and a constitution that gives us opportunity. It's up to us as South Africans. What is that we want? Do we want to grow, or do we want to receive freebies? I'm saying to South Africans, nothing is impossible. Go out there, get it. This country's got potential more than any other country in the world.
Okay, you got a website address for us quickly?
It's www.fixtrack.co.za. You can log in. You can actually do an application online. You can even call our call center. They are available 24/7.
Thank you very much. That's Fikile CEO Fikile Bili. Your sport and weather coming up shortly.